this is how we strap up a Defender. And that was just strapped up and ready for a power test. Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Td5 550 on the dyno today. This is one, if you've been following the channel, this isn't a stranger to a live tuning. This one's been in quite a few times, various upgrades, repairs, service work. Back in today, the customer's driven from Angelsey. Let's put a map on the screen to show how far Angelsey is from a live tuning. He's driven up this morning for me to dyno his car. We're going to be dynoing the car, giving it a health check, giving it a power test, just to see where it's at compared to it was the last time it left a live tuning. So 550 spec with an AMC head, in short, and customer wants more power, so we'll dyno it today, see where it's at. And we've got some development turbos on the market at the moment, not quite ready for release, but we're making we're making 320 horsepower with our 90 with one of these turbos. So this gentleman, he kind of wants one of those, so yeah. Right, onto the video. Let's get some temperature put back in this. It's been chilling while we've been strapping it up. So we'll get some temperature put back in this and let's do some runs. I'm going to load in the background the last run that this car did. We did actually make a small tweak to the mapping without the use of the dyno. So it's very interesting for us to see where it's at. We think it's stronger. I think the graph was, well, let's find the graph. Let's not just not show the database while I open it up. Let me just, last run this car did, 236 and 534. That is the last run. That's on 26th of Jan. So yeah, nicely delivered. Obviously 550, GTB550s do deliver nicely. So this one, if this is the first time you're watching this video, it might be worth you just going back and watching part 1, 2 and 3. This is going to be part 4, I guess, to see what happened with this vehicle. There's a few hours of good telly for you to catch up on before potentially you watch this one. Or you could just go straight in and watch this. So, as always, we're using a power flash to health check and to log data. We've already gone through the vehicle, had it on the ramp, the vehicle in inspection. No nasty codes stored, and I'm just going to select some of these parameters. So just for the power test, engine speed, air temp, AAP, manifold pressure. That's probably enough to get us going, really. So we've already checked out the MAF. MAF was good. Cylinder balancing is nice, sort of zeros, ones and twos, no more than that. Remembering that this one does have brand new, genuine injectors. Oh, right. There we go, right. I might just swap ambient pressure for coolant temp. So, AAP, Indian coolant. And then obviously with a power flash you can choose if you want an analog gauge or a digital display. we go. So yeah, obviously an analog or digital. I prefer the digital for some of the parameters. So right, we'll just sit you here, and you can just zoom in a little bit. Just have a look at the power flash for a moment there. So right, I'll get the dyno set up. I get some temperature put into this 90. So obviously coolant temp only 57. Not going to start a power test at that. That would be naughty. So I've got the car in diff lock. I'll just release the brakes from the dyno. That's that. Just put some load on the dyno as well. Just I'll bring things up to temperature quicker. So 300 newton meters, and away we go. So am I, or am I not, the luckiest man in this industry getting to test everybody's cars, not just Alive cars. Obviously customers bring cars into us that have been tuned by other tuners, and we can have a bit of fun testing their work as well. And yes, sometimes that might be a bit of fun for various reasons. We'll go no further into that one. Yeah, just building a bit of temperature. The idea is to build a bit of temperature, but not to bring the air temperature up too high as well. It's also good practice as well. Even if the engine was warm, just to warm the tyres as well. That's an important one. So right, I need both hands now just to sync the dyno, and I'll be back with you in a moment. So just turn the fan up a bit now that we're ready to do a run. Right then, first run of the day. And again, in the background is the last one that this car ever made. I expect us to beat it. Let's go. Yeah, we're beating it. 243 and 541. So, oh, and I can just see. If you look at the green line on the power graph, I need to use my other hand. So just use the mouse to show you this. If you look at the green line here, there was something on the drag wizard that needs correcting. 244.6. Barely any difference there with the drag wizard, but yeah. We found some power, 8 horsepower found. So yeah, she's doing all right. She's doing all right. So we'll save that. We'll do a couple more runs just to make sure that that kind of power is repeatable. A little bit of a dip here. Not sure what that is. We'll review the log, see if we can find what that was. Could be a MAF sensor wanting to be replaced. I mean, we checked it out. It looks all right. We will review that though. So. Or it could just be that the mapping wants a slight tweak. But regardless, making good power, engine is seeming okay. And would I ask more power this one with a bigger turbo? I would like to. So I'm ready to do another run now. Air temp's 25. holding a bit of throttle on just to see if that will come down a touch. Not really going to. So that is what it is. So do a run and we'll show you the power flash, show you what we can see. So full throttle now. See the boost on the left. Good! Td5 sounding brilliant. So that was another strong run. Let's just sort you out. Hello. Zoom out. Zoom in then. Yeah, that was another strong run. Let's have a look what she did. So 239. Again, the drag wizard having a bit of a wobble there. So, sorry, not the drag wizard, the drag having a bit of a wobble. So, yeah, waffling on a bit there. 242 horsepower and 534 newton meters. So we're off for strong, and yeah, there is a bit of smoke. Not a lot. Not really. I think if we turn this one up, we'd easily see 250 up to the max, but what you do find is a bit naughty, you get a bit too much smoke. So these turbos, these GTB550s, yeah, they'll make 550 newton meters with a very sensible amount of smoke, as in virtually nil or near enough. But once you do get to the 250 horsepower mark, yeah, you do get a bit of smoke. But if you keep them around the sort of 235, 240, very, very respectable. Just saving that, and we'll just let the car cool a bit. Yeah, we'll just let it cool before we do switch off, and then what I'll do is I'll grab the owner, Tony. I don't know if Tony wants to come on the channel. I don't want to chuck the camera in his face. I might ask him if he wants to pop on the channel. But yeah, it's certainly doing well. Do you want to pop in and have a look, Tony?
Yeah, they've been looking at it.
So you thought it was a bit more, it is making more, so 244 and 541, so it was 236 was the strongest it made before, wasn't it, when it was like...
Yeah, when we first had it,
when it was
you were doing.
Not quite strong enough for you and clean as a whistle, basically, wasn't it? So, yeah, making more power, and like you say, if you're, you know, bearing in mind I've got a microphone on. yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm more than happy.
Yeah. If your question is, can we make some more power with this, with a bigger turbo in the future, I'm happy with that. I think the car's doing well.
Yeah.
Did we originally do this around Christmas time? Was it just before Christmas?
It was before Christmas when we initially first did it.
Yeah, so Christmas last year, and we're in July now. Yeah.
In
January, so
January stroke February.
Yeah, so 6 months ago it had new injectors in December.
New injectors in December, yeah. The only thing that was done in January was the
AMC head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then instantly when that went on, it did make a little bit more power.
Yeah. Yeah, super.
But unfortunately, once we'd done that and I come to pick it up, you were not here.
So, I was not here, I was off sick.
And I asked for the map to be rechanged. So
I did.
Now we are.
Yeah, you wanted a bit more. I was too focused on proper clean emissions. So, yeah. I was off with COVID.
Yeah.
I got COVID on my birthday. So, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, happy 44th. So, yeah. That's that.
No, she generally goes well. She tows well.
Yeah.
That's basically what I use her for, is towing.
Yeah.
She does a lot of towing.
Yeah.
She's up to weight constantly.
Yeah.
And it was just interesting to see where I am,
Yeah.
and yes, in the future, if I can get a little bit more out of it, because it's very comfortable.
Yeah.
As it stands now.
Yeah. So yeah, Tony works this thing very hard. Tony showed me some videos on his phone of what he tows, and this is his work vehicle. This is
my work vehicle.
This is your everything vehicle,
it's
isn't
my
it?
every vehicle.
Yeah. Yeah.
I use it for everything.
Yeah.
It's my going out vehicle.
Yeah.
And it's my work vehicle.
Yeah. So yeah, that's cool.
I just like it to be spot on.
Good to see Defenders like this being used. This has got our comfort suspension on it as well.
Comfort suspension.
Yeah.
V8 transfer box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
With
I think when you brought this to us, was it a stock truck apart from the wheels?
yeah, it was stock.
Still had it.
Apart from the wheels.
Still had everything that Land Rover put on
Yeah,
it.
but it wasn't quite stock because it was 90 horsepower.
So it was 90 horsepower.
It was actually
Oh,
less.
have we got a clip of the original run? I'm not sure if we've got a clip of the original run. Yeah, this came to us making 90 brake.
Yeah, she was really down on power
Yeah.
when she first came
I think that's originally why you booked it in. Please fix my car.
When we were towing, it was just a bit hard work going up hills.
90 brake. Can we find the graph? Let's have a look for the graph. Right, we found that graph when this 90 first came onto us, and if you can just see it, these skinny lines here, 90 brake horsepower. So 100 horsepower mark is just where the cursor is here. We're way up to the top there at 244, so I can actually put the cursor on there, and yeah, so we've made 244 today. It made 92.
92.
How cute. And at that point, 182. Wow, look at the difference in the torque. Yeah. No wonder you needed some help. Right, well, I guess that brings us to the end of the video for this one. It's just a simple power test and a health check, really. Now we're going to be having some, well, we're just off camera, we've just had some conversations with Tony about his goals, and there's going to be almost a series of videos from this 90. So the next upgrade we do, I don't know, do I tell you, do we mute it out as I say it? Gary, do you want to mute it out? Gary's the gentleman. Gary's the owner of Alive. He edits these videos. I create the content. Do I say it? Yeah. And mapping is the next stage. So include it, don't include it, whatever. After that, I'm going to be going with a ball bearing turbo. And if he needs it, yeah. So yeah, Tony's wanting to make some real muscle with this one. He's seen some of the bigger kits that we do, yeah, he's been using this for, well, since last year and been towing with it. We're just about to go have a look at the previous invoice to check the mileage. We've not seen the car since January to check the mileage. We think he's done quite a few thousand miles. It all certainly looks like it's doing all right. So I guess testament to good tuning, and yeah, he does use the power, but with respect as well. So with respect, Tony was describing the way he drives the vehicle with, you know, X amount of tonnage on the back of the vehicle, tractors and what have you. He'll ease off on the throttle on the way up some of the bigger hills and stuff like that, and allow the vehicle to naturally deliver rather than just full throttle everywhere. Because that is how things get broken when you're given, you know, that is always a big concern when we, you know, when a customer asks for lots and lots of power. We often say, what's your power goal? What are you using it for? And, you know, we just want to know. You don't want to give a customer lots of power that's going to damage their car. So, you know, it can be done. So, right, anyway, that is the end of the video. This one was fun. I was pleased to see this one. Yeah, we'll see you in the next one. Hope you're enjoying the videos. Hopefully you're watching me racing my car as well. So, yeah, right. Ta-ra, see you later. Bye-bye.
20 minutes later.